Yeah, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm having way too much fun with this style, so I figured I'm just gonna continue it until I get bored of it. Cause again, my channel, so I'm just doing it the way I like to. So basically, it says I'm gonna ignore the top part. There's another post from PhD scientists. I saw that, I was like, damn. So PhDs are like some high level shit. You know what I'm saying, it takes time to become a PhD. She's 34, female. Uh, she's not working for a husband, basically. I think so. I'm gonna ignore the top part. Says my future wife has been at Reddit, solve my IT problems and all that shit. I think that was just the moderator, unless she wants to bang the moderator. Then I'll marry the moderator. I can give two shits. All right, so let's see. She's tired of arranged marriage setup. I mean, she's going through it. This part, I don't know what that is, but sometimes I genuinely wonder if my family even knows me. Constantly navigating the unstable job market, so she's jobless, I guess. Networking is everything. Yes and no. I mean, you can network all you want, but if you just don't add value to someone, you're not gonna get anything, right? At the end of the day, it's like, I mean, look, there's two types of networking. There's just networking for the sake of just knowing people, and then there's networking for the sake of knowing people and being able to get something out of them. And normally, there's always a trade-off, right? Unless they fucks with you and like they fuck with you at a high level, then you're gonna get something out of them without giving anything back. But for the most part, all I know is it's a give and take situation, and hey, if you don't got that much to give, trust. There's always something people are after. So networking, I wouldn't believe. I mean, that's a different topic entirely. Says I'm pitching myself marriage, opening the social world. Maybe one day my kids will ask mom, "How'd you meet dad?" And I'll say, "Well, it started with a Reddit post." Okay, that's kind of like. See, I feel bad. When I read this, it's like kind of very like fairy tale-ish. Like, we all want a good story, right? Like, I think a lot of people expect like, when people ask, "Oh, how'd you guys meet?" They want to always come up with some weird ass story. But honestly, it could be something small like, oh, we just met online or something. That's not bad, right? At the end of the day, you're meeting people somewhere. It doesn't have to be something unique. I know there's stories out there like I was jumping off a fucking plane and then mid-air I saw this fucking diver and then we lips each other and then next thing you know XYZ and now he's my husband or some shit. Like that story sounds cool on paper, but like I said, even if you were to tell somebody that story, no one gives a shit. Um, I have some people I know that constantly repeat their stories like it's the most interesting thing in the world. I laugh it off and I brush it off, but for me, their stories are just as shit as anybody else's. Like, as in, it's just useless. I could give two shits about any of your stories, right? Like, I don't care. Why would I care? So, excuse me, just drinking something. But yeah, I don't care. So I don't know, but some people feel like they have the need to want to have that. But to each their own. Whatever. 34, 5'6", that PhD scientist, nerdy but also very adventurous, low gym, have a decent physique. Don't know what a decent physique is because the benchmark varies by region to region, people to people, culture to culture. For example, let's say for me, a woman's decent physique would be she got nice ass, nice breasts, stomach doesn't need to have. She don't need to have rock hard abs. I don't actually, in fact, I don't even like that shit. But like a nice curve, curve. I like curvy women, but not fat, like not obese type. But that's just my preference. Some people like overweight women with more flesh. Sometimes it all depends on the look too. Like some women I think will look better with more fat than with less. So it's like it all just depends on what suits you and your face. For example, Drewski. I prefer Drewski the way he looks. If Drewski got a six pack, I'd be pissed. Not because I'm unhappy for him, but Drewski just looks good in the way he is. Like he looks comfortable to look at. You feel me? Every kind of sport, trying something new, yeah, whatever. Cook better, butter chicken biryani, almost bomb. Not to brag, but I'm already a strong coffee kid. Sure, good stuff. That's good stuff. If she can cook well, looks cool. Clean, yeah, clean. I love my care, my family, yep. Type shit. I'm not going, but traditional way matters. There's Indian, different one kids. Millennials get mom, Gen Z, no thing with the nieces. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I know. I think it's beyond you. Why she's single 34. So, no one was thinking that, right? Because if this was prerequisite for a woman, then man, shit. There's a lot of women out there. What the problem is like what we wonder, at least what I wonder when I read this is like, at 34. if she's single at 34, my mind isn't why she's single. It's she's probably single because of XYZ reasons, right? There's a like I mean, yeah, like it's none of my business as to why you're single too, but at least in the day you live in the time period everyone is living, right? The problem is that you're kind of like the narratives have already been created, right? All this shit you see in social media with women talking about, going on dates with 20, 30, 40 men, and men talking about not wanting to pay for dates and all that shit. You kind of make a narrative in your head, anyways, nowadays for single people, so it doesn't really matter. So no one was wondering shit, but trust me, I've been wondering the same thing. See, if you have to wonder it, that means it's likely you're like if you can't answer this question as to why you're single, that means you haven't self-reflected well. Cause look, man, it takes two hands to clap. You can't just say it was the other person. It's always the other person. It doesn't work that way, right? It's a 50-50 split. Somewhere between two PhD moving countries, building Korean size, learning job market, forgot to find a husband. And you're not supposed to find a husband. You're supposed to find connections. One of the connections might become a husband. If you just go out to find a husband, you're gonna have a very hard time. Trust me, darling. I don't have an insanely high standard. Someone taller than me and 5'6", 33, 38. I don't think Mason was 27. I don't think anybody who's 27 is even go for 34. Like, I'll be honest, but you never know. Uh, Understands Indian culture, has a stable career, scientist, worked in the U.S., pretty open, selling anywhere for the right person. I mean, she seems like a pretty sweet girl. Like, it's not like she's demanding a lot. Like I said, most women will always want someone who's taller than them, right? It's more of like a natural selection slash also a societal appearance kind of thing, right? Like, it's just a thing. Like, some women don't care. You'll find some women out there that'll be like, that are very tall to the point where if you have a girl that's like 6'1", right? Chances are it's not like there's that many dudes out there that are 6'4", 6'5", 6'7". So she'll be more susceptible to accepting dudes that are shorter, and she wouldn't care as much. But uh, most women would prefer someone who's taller than them. So looking stable, you want kids. If you could just adjust a little on salary front. 30-year-old man, child here, willing to grow up though. 5 years early for this post. Guys, the trap. Stop getting married. 34M will never marry. Nice. Let me get a working husband for you. For your future husband, what would you consider an impressive salary bar? All the best. OP's after update. That was fast. What's the salary? Here comes the good arranged marriage setup. Great OP. I cannot reply to any DMs. I can read, but I cannot reply. Oh, IT support type shit. Alright, cool. You really are a superwoman. Yeah. Alright. Go ahead and date married guy, then you'll get a clear pic. Okay. Just fly to Nairobi. I'm here waiting. Nice. Nice. I mean, honestly, man, look. Bottom line is, right. This is one of those good posts. I mean, last post that I was telling you guys about was kind of like whatever, but this one I feel bad for. Honestly, 34 female. Look, man. You have to understand, as you progress in age, you have to be less than you. Can't. You have to compromise more and more, right? Now, I don't know what she does for a living. She says she's a scientist. I don't know how much scientists make and have worked. I'm a scientist. This is the thing. If she says I'm a scientist and I've worked in the U.S., she has not said that she's currently working. That's the thing. Uh, so either she has a career, because she says have worked in the U.S. as past tense. So what is the present tense? So has she worked in? Is she still working in the U.S. or is she lives in the U.S. but doesn't have a job? Because up here she says after constantly navigating the unstable job market, that means she was affected by the job market. That would be someone who has problems with employment. She has a PhD, but PhD means fuck all. If like, it's just a degree or whatever, right? Or like the title or whatever. Right? She says career-wise, I'm a scientist and I've worked in the U.S. So that's this is the thing. Let's say you're an athlete, right? Let's say you're a basketball player. Like when you don't have a club you're playing for, a team you're playing for, you're a free agent. You're still a basketball player. You're just not an active player because you don't have a team you're playing for. You're not getting paid for it. Your career essentially. So she could very well be a scientist, but just jobless. So because the second thing is I'm pretty open to settling anywhere for the right person. Which normally people are only open to relocating if they don't have much going on in their current place of residence. For example, because if she has a very strong career in science right now, like she's working on some insane research and shit like that, I highly doubt she's gonna all of a sudden give up something she decided to get a PhD for and just say, "Yeah, my bitch ass, I'm about to move." You know what I'm saying? So surviving the job market, family responsibilities. Like I don't know if did she survive the job market. She could just be working a regular ass job, but like just like yeah, or maybe a scientist, but she might hate her job, so she's open to it too. Either way, I don't know. Again, has a reasonably stable career means like she understands the game, the job market problem, but she prefers stable career because maybe generally people that have seen instability are more prone to be attracted to stability because they've only seen like a complete mess of shit. So that this is what I'm seeing from this. This is what I'm analyzing from all this. Um, she's looking very traditional as well because she knows. So when you advertise yourself in a very traditional way, it generally means you're looking for a traditional outcome. So what I mean by that is now she says I could cook very well. I'm very organized and clean. Love taking care of family, nurturing all that XYZ bullshit. I'm well kept together. That means the person she's looking for generally she's looking for a provider. All right, she's looking for someone to provide who's just taller than her. At the end of the day, this is what I'm looking for within the age range. Is that a lot to ask? No, right? But that's what she's alluding to. Like chances are that's why she's open to relocating anywhere. Because currently could just very well be her career isn't going too well, or her career doesn't look to be something that will go well in the future. That's what it seems to be from what I'm reading, which isn't bad, right? Ultimately, we all have to, like, some guys do want, like, some guys that are doing very well in life, like, they have a business going on, they're making shit tons of money, but they just don't need, like another source of income. Rather, they need someone who can organize shit in the home and take care of it, like, cook for them and stuff like that. And all those, like, oh, you cook. At the end of the day, look, man, um, like I said, there's you can't have the cake and eat it too, right? So for example, a dude's job, like a dude, if a dude was jobless, I imagine he would take care of the household chores. If someone has to take care of the chores, cook, because like, obviously you can eat out every day as well, but eating out takes money. If you're not a breadwinner or if you don't have a source of income, then the only place food's coming from is the guy's money or whoever's earning his money. So why would someone marry you if all you're doing is just sitting there acting like another mouth to feed and just enjoying on someone's expense? Everybody has to pull their own weight in some form. A relationship's about contribution. It doesn't have to be equal, it just needs to be a contribution, right? Do whatever you can to complete one another, not fucking do the same thing, because there's no point in doing the same thing. You're supposed to create, it's one relationship, not two relationships working together. That's not how it works. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, yeah, that's what it seems like she's looking for, and she seems like a pretty good person. It's just the problem is, right, like the age is very hard to work with, because 34 years of age, chances are she's not looking for kids. She says get along with your mom and hang out with your nieces. That probably means that she doesn't. Oh wait, no, she just said I definitely want kids someday. Okay. The thing is, want kids someday is very tough because you're 34. The biological clock already gets fucked at 32 for females, like more or less. So, unless you're expecting like within 1 2 years of marriage, the guy's gonna pump kids in you. Like that's not how it works. For dudes as well, the sperm count. If you're looking for upwards of 38, the sperm count will go down starting like 39, 40ish. That's when the sperm count is gonna start decreasing. So you're gonna have a hard time getting pregnant, and in vitro is very fucking expensive. So at the end of the day, you can maybe get someone who's like 33 or maybe 34, but that guy's gonna want someone who's like 27, 28, because they're younger. You know what I mean? So that's the problem here. But and yeah, no, don't worry. You don't need to use the fucking monkey covering his eyes emoji. You're not getting anyone who's 27. The only the only way you'll get someone who's 27 is the guy. If he's 27, he's either in a very bad position physically, in the sense where you just don't look that good, or or he's looking for a sugar mom. But if from the looks of it, doesn't seem like you'll fit the bill. So either way, this is a pretty good. But overall, I'm trying to knock at this like post is like this is a fucked up fuck this post shit. This is a very good post. If anything, I'm very happy about this post. I think it's a great post. It's just the problem is right. Like again, these posts are very interesting. Like you see all these different kinds of posts. You'll see different opposites. Polar opposites people. You'll see all types of people posting stuff. This seems like one of the more reasonable posts. That's not very organized very well. It's all over the place, in my opinion, and it's giving a sob story that doesn't make sense. But I'd say it's pretty. I'd say that's too many emojis. But I'd say pretty good. And again, networking is everything. Seems like it's a fucking lesson you're trying to teach someone as well. And no, it's not everything. Some dudes and some people can become very successful without having to network a single day in their life. Like I said, having a brain is everything. If you have a brain, if you have half a fucking brain, you can probably get by in this world. There's ways to get by, right? Not everything is about networking. Networking relies on your ability to communicate. Just because you want to network doesn't mean networking's for you, right? You got to know how to communicate with one another. If you're very bad at talking in general, networking is actually going to do more damage than good for you because you're going to say the wrong fucking thing to the wrong fucking person, which is going to lead to the wrong fucking decision, or rather, wrong fucking ultimatum, um, or outcome. So that's just the thing, right? So look, lesson stupid is look. I mean, that lesson's not stupid, but it's just this lesson isn't applicable. Like it's not everything. I think she's just. I think this is a byproduct of like you apply for a job and then you realize someone else got it and you look at their LinkedIn and you feel like, oh, but he's not even qualified. But then you find out he's somehow connected to like the director. Look, nepotism will exist everywhere. That's just how it is. People always leverage whatever leverages they have. I'm sure she's done it in life as well. I've done it in life. Everyone does it in life. If you have leverage, that is. If you don't, well, then guess what? The game's pretty evil. But that's how it is. But in any case, that was it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.